All right, Prolink fans, we are attempting to be live here. Let's see what we get. All right, Prolink fans, we are hopefully up and streaming here today. Our first game today at Lake Point Champion Center is Prolink versus M2. We are starting period. Can you check when you get a second that the live stream is up? All right, folks, are we ready for a fun day here of Prolink volleyball? Right now, standing on the court, you've got in the front row Reagan, Lexi, and Olivia. Piper Khan just substituted out, so in the back row, we now have serving Laura, then Sai, and my brain is escaping me at the moment. I'll get there, though. Carly. And we are now underway. First serve is a good one. They can't handle it. That's an ace. That's how we start this game, folks. Now 1-0 Prolink. On the court next to us is another Prolink team. They're playing against M2 as well. It's 8-9 on that one. Second serve from Alara. Another great serve. That's an ace.
I can't find it. I don't know how to find it. Laura's got it up. Serve. And ace.
Second or third serve in a row. That's an ace. I'll be right back, folks, trying to make sure this live stream is actually working. There's the next serve from Alara. Looks like M2 is going to be able to handle this one. They return it. That's the first return. Carly struggles a little bit with it. It bounces off the back. So if you can just confirm that you can hear me and stuff when you get a minute.
Do this and try to record that and email my client. Okay.
No, when you get there. As I said, when you get time.
I don't know when I'm going to have time. It's a lot of stuff.
All right, that was an M2 point. I'll get back with you in just a minute, folks, on the score and the game. All right, folks, I'm back. Lexi hits that. Unfortunately, it is too far. All right, let me get caught up on what the score is. And I will get that into this game, and we will be good to go. I got this. Yep. Just tell me the score when you get a second. It's up there. All right. Carly handles the ball, sends it over to Alara. Alara gives it to Lexi. Lexi pushes it over. M2 able to handle it, though. Here comes the return. M2 finds the hole in front of Carly and drops that in for a point. Apologize, folks, as I get caught up on the scoring and everything. We're going to get there in just a minute. Here comes the serve from M2. Cy and Reagan handle it, or Laura, Cy handle it. I had that right. Lexi puts it over. M2 handles it cleanly. Here comes the return from M2. Barely makes it over. Lexi's right there. Gives it to Alara, who gives it back to Reagan. Reagan puts it over. Lexi there with the block, puts it right down in number 15's face and gets the point. All right. Reagan is serving. I'll get the score here in a minute. First serve from Reagan, cross court. If it's in, it's an ace. Oh, it was not in, though. M2 gets that one. All right, I now have a score. Lexi puts it back over. So the score's currently 4 Prolink, 7 M2. That is a Prolink point. All right, Cy and Piper substitute out. My row is all off at the moment, but that's all right. We'll get this figured out in just a minute. That's a serve from Lexi. Looks good. It's an ace. Just working on getting that front row squared away on my score sheet at the moment. Piper Khan in the middle. Left side looks like it is Carly. Right side is Olivia. In the back row, we have Alara. Lexi with a great ace. Great job by Lexi on that one. All right, so I got to finally sort it out. In the back row, we have Lexi, Maya, and Alara. In the front row, excuse me, not Maya, Oriana. Oh, unfortunately, a little long on that one. All right, Lexi tags out for Cy. So in the back row now, we have Cy, Oriana, and Carly. In the front row, we have Piper, Alara, and Olivia. Alara handles it. Piper with the spike. And, ooh, they're able to handle it, just barely, though. Oriana's there. Back to Alara to Piper again. Piper with the second attempt and gets the kill. That makes the score 8-8. All right, we have a new front row. In the front row, we have Kate serving right now. We have Hope. All right, here comes Hope's serve. Oh, unfortunately, that net was just a little too high, and that is a MT point. All right, in right now, we have Carly, Piper, Kate, Oriana, Sai, and Hope. M2 to serve. There's the serve. Sai handles it over to Hope. Hope over to Piper. Piper recovers, even though that serve was a little bit off. Able to get there. They're going to their outside hitter. Hope's there. Unfortunately, not quite where we're needed. We have a call on the court, waiting to see what that is. We also have a substitution of Reagan for Alara, or for Oriana. All right, it was a Prolink point, or M2 point, excuse me. Oh, some discussion with the refs going on. Getting some clarification at the moment, looks like. The girls getting an opportunity to talk and have some fun, I guess. So what's the official decision? Still an M2 point. I have no idea what was just discussed there. All right, 14 with the serve, handled by Carly. Carly gives it to Hope. Hope gives it to Piper. Piper is able to handle it, puts it over. M2 takes care of that, though. M2 sends it back over. Hope now behind her to Carly. Carly with the spike. Too far. 11-2. Once again, my scoring is off. Carly to Oriana. Oriana to Hope. Hope puts it over, and it is a Prolink point. There we go. Wait, did they change their mind? All right, Carly is serving now, which means I got to get my order back in order again. It's really hard to both announce. Ooh, Carly with an ace. 1, 2, 3, 4, touch that floor. All right, Carly with the next serve. Beautiful serve across. M2 trying to handle it. They're not able to because that net is too high, folks. Reagan, Piper, and Kate, Carly, Hope, and Sai. I do have it right. There we go, finally. All right, ball served. Carly, ooh, unfortunately that net just a little too high for her. All right, M2 to serve now. There's M2 serve, handled by Reagan. Reagan gives it to Hope. Hope gives it back to Reagan and sends it over. M2 getting ready to return it. They're going to their center. Their center gives it right to Kate. Kate gives it along the net. Unfortunately, no one's able to get there for that. That gives M2 another point, making it 13-11. All right, Carly handles that one on the serve. Gives it to Hope. Hope gives it to Kate, who, because it gets behind her, isn't quite able to handle that. Coach Cajun giving some, well, coaching. All right, here comes the ball serve. Cross court, Reagan handles it, sends it right back over the net. M2's there, Piper up as well, trying to get the kill. And it is a Prolink point. That's what we like to see, folks. All right. We got Cy serving. In the front, we have Kate, Reagan, and Lexi. So I got to put Lexi in the game. We're going back and forth. That was Carly. Carly gives it to Hope. Hope gives it back to Kate, who is unable to handle the reverse kind of over the head bump. All right, M2 to serve, 15-12 right now. Well, we have a scoring question going on. I believe it is 12-15. I can't see the scoreboard from here. Coach Cajun there wearing his shower cap. Fashionable as always. All right, we're now serving from M2. Serve right at Reagan. Reagan handles it. Hope bumps it up. Cy tries to get there. Kate tries to get there. Lexi tries to get there. None of them able to. That makes it 16-12. We're looking a little rusty after a couple weeks and no tournaments. There's the serve from M2. Reagan's right there. Gives it to Cy. Cy sends it to Carly. Carly puts it over. M2 preparing for the return. They're going to their outside hitter who goes cross court all the way to Carly. Reagan's there, and Carly puts it back over. All right, M2 going center this time. Finds Hope right where she's standing, over to Carly. Carly sets it to Reagan with a beautiful kill. Reagan gets the kill. Makes it 13-16. All right, we have Kate and Alara substituting, and we have Hope and Olivia substituting. So in your front, you have Reagan, Lexi, and Olivia. In the back, you have Carly, Cy, and Alara. Alara serves. Beautiful serve. M2 handles it. They're going to their outside hitter, who barely gets there. Lexi's able to handle it. Alara sets it beautifully. Reagan spikes cross court, and they cannot handle it. Reagan with another kill, 14-16. Alara now with a chance to serve again. She's up, beautiful serve, right smack in the middle. They barely handle it. Outside hitters going long and cross court. Carly's there though, almost sends it all the way over from the back row. Unfortunately, can't quite get there. Can't quite get it over, excuse me. All right, M2 serving. It's like a far outside serve here. She is right on the line of the court, coming all the way across, it looks like. There's the serve. Hits Cy perfectly, who gives it to Alara, and Reagan's right there. Reagan puts it over. M2's getting ready to handle it with our outside hitter. Outside hitter goes all the way to Olivia. Olivia to Carly. Carly back to Olivia. Olivia sends it over. All right, they're going to their middle hitter this time, and the middle hitter finds the hole right in front of Carly. All right, we have a timeout, Cajun. It's 18-14, I think. Again, I can't see the score from where I'm standing, so unfortunately, you're just going to have to trust me. Eventually, the game will end, and we'll know if I was right. fact, let's send a text message to the team, some of the parents, and find out if I'm right. We'll get an update from the official person standing there. All right, text coming back. Maybe, possibly. I saw the person send the text, but I have not received it yet. All right. This will be M2's serve still. Again, she's on the the close side to me. She takes about 5 steps inside before she hits it. It's a unique approach to the court. There it is, and it is very long. That is out. That gives Reagan the chance to serve now. There's Reagan's serve. Beautiful serve, back row. All right, we're going to the outside hitter. Outside hitter just drops it right to Reagan. Reagan gives it to Alara, who gives it to Lexi. Lexi puts it over. They do handle it. Middle hitter this time right back at Alara. Goes down on a knee, pulls it up. Sai sends it all the way over from the back row. We're continuing now. This time we're going to their far side hitter. Reagan handles it though. Alara sets it all the way over to Carly. Carly spikes it and gets the kill. That was a beautiful exchange from the two teams. Also handled extremely well. All right, here we go again. Reagan, beautiful serve, right smack in the middle of the court. Handled, they're going to their inside hitter, I guess, technically. Carly. Carly to Alara. Alara back to Carly. Carly with the tip. Finds that same hole to get the kill. 17-18, I think. Here we go again. Reagan serves it, same player. They're able to handle it this time, going to their inside hitter. Inside hitter puts it over, but Carly's right there. Alara behind her, gives it to Olivia. Olivia was a little long. I couldn't see the line judge from here, so I had to wait for the official ref score. All right, there's the serve. Handled perfectly by Carly. Carly to Alara. Alara far, but Carly, no, tries real hard. Can't quite get there. I believe that makes the score 17-20, but my official scorekeeper is coming over right now to tell me. Oh, I was off by 1, folks. 17-21. All right, Carly handles that and tries to take out her team in the process. 17-22. Maybe she's mad at Coach Cajun, wanted to take him out, but she ended up merely taking Kate out instead. All right, there's the serve. Oriana handles it, gives it to Alara. Alara to Carly. Carly with a spike, and they can't handle it. That is another kill for Carly. All right, Lexi's serving in the front row. We have Carly, Alara, and Piper. All right, here's the serve from Lexi. Lexi, beautiful jump serve towards the back. Is it in? Oh, unfortunately, it was too far. All right, in the back, we have Sai. I'm all screwed up again. That's all right, folks. We'll figure it out. All right, there's your serve from M2. Oh, barely gets it over the net and drops it in. Unfortunately, that makes it game or match point. I never get it right. Game point. Have too many kids and too many sports, folks. M2 is going to be serving for the win of this game. 24-18 right now. There's your serve. Carly handles it perfectly, though. Alara sets it back to Carly. Carly's there with the spike and the kill. All right. Alara is substituting out for Kate, it looks like. And Hope for Olivia. Hope will be serving for us. And here's the serve from Hope. Oh, unfortunately, that will end set 1, 19-25. I'll be back in a few minutes, folks.
I'll take it over.
What'd you text me?
I texted you.
I saw you type it and then it never came, and so.
Sorry. And I just got that wrong. Alright, I'm gonna go find somewhere to sit, I guess.
I'll be here. All right, that was a rough first set, folks. We're going to see how the team does recovering from that. The girls were still smiles, which is good to see. Coach Cajun took a little bit of a breather before getting out there to give them some coaching. So we'll see how that plays out and what a difference that makes as we get ready to start this set. I'm going to attempt to do my announcing from the other side of the court so I can see the scoring. If any of you are watching and all of a sudden my audio drops, please message myself or Tiffany. We will be happy to take a look and I'll move back closer. All right, hopefully you can still hear me. Supposedly the range on this thing lets you hear me from this distance, but at least now I can see the score. All right, folks, we are underway here for set 2. Thanks to the app, I now know that was called a set. Too many kids in sports, let me tell you, they'll call it a little different. All right, in the front row, we're going with Kate, Maya, Lexi, Maya, and Alara. The back row is Olivia, Reagan, and Piper. This is a different setup than we've seen previously from Prolink. It does look like Piper and Sai. Yep, Piper and Sai as usual, substitute out. All right, so we are ready to receive from M2. This will be the first serve of set 2. And we are underway, handled by Carly. Carly gives it to Alara. Alara gives it over to Lexi, who spikes it. M2 able to handle that, though. They send it right over. Lexi's there this time. Alara again. Outside hitter for Maya. Maya gets there. All right, M2 to return it. M2 puts it up. Carly's there. Sai is there. Oh, valiant effort. Absolute valiant effort from the team there to keep that ball in play. It's 1-0 now. All right. Team did look a lot better in that one. All right, there's the serve. Carly's there. Oh, good attempt by Alara to just tap it over. That almost looked really good, folks. 0-2. All right, third serve. There's your serve outside. Maya over to Carly. Carly back to Maya. Maya with a good spike all the way to the back row, and that's a kill. Good job by Maya. Put that right where it needed to be. All right, Alara will be serving now. Alara with the first serve from Prolink this set. Beautiful serve, barely cleared the net. Lexi fights for it. Carly gets it. Maya pushes it over and gets the very interesting kill, but it did work. That makes it 2-2. On the front row right now, we have Olivia, Maya, and Lexi. Carly and Sai over there in the corner. Alara serving. Alara serves cross court. Beautiful. It's in. It is absolutely in. That's an ace. That was a beautiful shot. Alara will get the serve again here with Prolink with the first time they've had a lead all set. There it is, cross court again. This time M2 handles it though. Their outside hitter, diving save from Alara. Lexi taps it over. They were ready for it, but wow, that was beautiful. Lexi with the block. Their outside hitter can't get it over the net. That's another Prolink point. Looking like a much better team out there right now. Loving what we see. Alara to serve again. Beautiful serve cross court. M2 handles it. Their outside hitter sends it all the way back to Alara, who gives it to Carly. Carly gives it to Maya. Maya from the back row. Just misjudges her strength, it looked like on that one. She knew it. She is claiming, she's saying that's her bad. She was all over on that one. All right, sideline cheering her on as M2 gets ready to serve. Serve from M2 right at Maya. Maya bounces it off the net in the back, which gives it an M2 point. So the server from M2 is the one we were talking about earlier. She starts almost basically off the court and comes in a solid 4 or 5 feet before she spikes it, or before she hits it. Another beautiful shot from her. So a little bit about her form. I know you can't see her on the camera. So she actually sidesteps one gigantic sidestep and then diagonals in. It's really interesting to watch her approach. All right, that's going to drop it right to, I couldn't see it, Sai, who tried very hard to save that. Unfortunately, it goes out. But it was closer to the line than she thought. Her reaction, she thought she really ruined that. And I mean, it was off, but it wasn't that bad. 4-6. All right, right back at Sai. Sai handles it perfectly. Alara there. Alara gives it to Olivia. Olivia is, I can't quite tell if that hit the net or if it was blocked, but still well played. All right, time to get that ball back. This has been going on long enough. Right back at Sai again. Sai gives it to Alara. Alara spikes it over to Olivia. Olivia sends it over. M2 does handle it. Their outside hitter hits it far and tries to take out Piper on the sideline. That's what we needed. Get that ball back. All right. Now we have Maya serving. No substitutions. Maya with the serve. Beautiful backspin on that. M2 handles it. Their inside hitter gives it right to Carly. Carly to Alara. Alara goes to our inside to Olivia, who with a great spike. M2 did handle it, but that looked really good. Alara is there to Maya. Maya back to Olivia. Olivia with another great spike, and it's in, catching the back of the court. There were some really good plays in that one. Good teamwork, good communication, but most importantly, some great hits. Maya again. Oh, that one's going to be hard for M2 to handle. They do, looks like. They do. All right, Maya's there. She gives it to Alara. Alara gives it right to Lexi. Lexi with a great spike. Unfortunately, too much towards the back, not enough down, giving M2 the point. 6-8. All right, Maya. Alara. Alara to Carly. Carly with the kill. Carly is obviously surprised by that one. All right, Piper substitutes in for Sai, making your front row Piper, Carly, and Olivia. Carly is still in shock that she got that point. Lexi serving for us. Lexi with the serve. It's going to be long if it's in, though. It is in! Catches the back corner. That's an ace. We have a substitution, Maya for Oriana. Lexi still serving. Lexi, beautiful serve. Handled by M2 though. M2 returns it. Oriana's there. Oriana to Carly. Carly tries to put it over. Doesn't quite make it. That makes the score 8-9. All right, so your front row right now on the far left side is Piper. Alara is getting ready to run to the right side. She's in the middle. Olivia on the right. There's the spike, but that net is too high. All right, who is serving for Prolink? Olivia is. So your front row, Carly, Alara, Piper, Oriana, Sai there in the middle, and Olivia to serve. Olivia, beautiful spike serve right at number 6. 6 handles it. They're getting ready to return it with their inside hitter. Oriana's there to Alara. Alara sends it all the way over to Carly, who tries to drop it in behind them. We're going to their outside hitter who pushes it over. Carly's there this time. To Oriana, to Piper. They're able to handle that. We're bringing it back over. Oriana. Alara over to Carly. Carly sends it over. M2's getting ready to return it from their inside hitter. Inside hitter hits it, but that net is too high. I mean, it's either that or they were scared of Piper. All right, Olivia to serve again. It is currently 10-9. There's your serve. Nice serve. Handled by M2. Inside hitter. That net is still too high. 11-9. Olivia again. Going opposite side of the court this time. M2 struggles, but does. Piper's there. Alara tips it over, and it's in for the point. That looked really good. That was some good, quick reacting teamwork from Alara. Olivia to serve again, 12-9. There's your serve cross court. Number 1 handles it. Number 5 sends it to the back row to get it over. Oriana's there. Alara to Carly. Carly with a spike. Ooh, they are able to handle it. All right, we're going to their far side, outside hitter. Inside hitter, I'll get there. Diving save from Oriana. M2 also with a really good save. Olivia's there this time, though. Alara to Piper. Piper puts it over. They are there, though. M2 spikes it again. This time, Sai is there. Oriana sends it high. Alara calls for it, sends it over. We got a good rally going between the two teams. Olivia, Alara, back row for Olivia. Olivia with the spike. That was a good spike. They are able to handle it. They're going to return it, though, this time, Carly. Carly to Alara, Alara to Piper. Piper with the kill! Good job, Prolink. That was looking good. And we have a timeout, M2 after that one. That is some energy building right there. That's what you want to see. Energy, momentum, building play right there. To win that rally is the kind of thing that makes a difference. It breaks a team psychologically. It gets a team going physically. Cannot wait to see what that does coming out. Now, M2 obviously calling the timeout there with the goal to disrupt Prolink's momentum. 13-9, win a big rally like that. You see smiles on the girls' faces. So it'll come down here. Does Olivia immediately come back out strong? We're about to find out. Olivia's serve is long, but they handle it. Oh, they're having a little trouble with it. They're outside, inside hitter. Carly. Woo! I'm going to say Sai could have made it there. You blocked her. All right, that's 13-10. M2 with a chance to turn things. We do have some substitutions. Alara's going to get a break as Kate comes in. So your back row from right to left is currently Hope, Carly, Sai, Oriana. That's Carly. That's Hope. That's Sai who puts it over. Kate and Piper up front. There's the spike. Back row does catch it. Number 13 here, the line judge was asleep. She's watching something else, but that was in. You can see the main ref was like, you gonna call that or what? All right, M2 to serve. Prolink ready. There's the serve. Sai handles it. Piper puts it over, unfortunately, on the outside of the rails. A little bit of miscommunication between the players there. 13-12, M2's timeout may have worked. Here we go. That net, though, too high. That's what we want to see, a too high net. We like it. That's going to give Carly a chance to serve. Oriana laughing way too hard and having way too much fun as he substitutes in for Maya. So you have Maya, Kate, and Piper on the front row, Sai and Hope in the middle with Carly serving. There's the serve, beautiful from Carly. And, oh, I cannot believe okay. I mean, it's not an ace because they did play it, but I got to tell you, I couldn't believe they even handled that first one. 15-12. All right, here comes Carly again. Another nice serve. M2 handles it with their inside hitter. Inside hitter hits it long, but Carly saves it. Maya to Hope. Hope does not put it over. Not sure what happened there. Either's Coach Cajun. He's a little frustrated about it. Got to give Carly credit for that save, though. I don't know how she got there, but that was impressive. M2 to serve, 15-13. There's the serve. Carly's there. Maya's there. Hope. Oh, you got to give credit for the effort. I mean, the team really tried to pull that off. I can't believe they even got to a third hit. 15-14. All right, there's your serve. Sai with the diving save. Hope sends it over to Maya. Maya puts it over. All right, here we go again. There's the spike, but Maya was there to Hope. Hope to Kate from behind, and Kate just did not catch that properly. She feels bad. You see it on her face. She just didn't quite handle it. Cajun chatting with her real quick. We have a brand new set at 15-15. Sai's there. To Hope. To Kate. Oh, sorry, to Piper, who sends it long into the outside. (15-16). That timeout really worked. Sai is there.
Killer's gonna be here in a minute.
15-17. Folks, I said earlier that timeout could make all the difference. Could it change the momentum? And it did. All right, there's the serve. Maya to Sai. You okay? Sai took out my drink that was on the ground as she dove for that. I mean, face first. I mean, I got to give her credit for hustling there. Never assume that ball is out of play when it comes to some of these Prolink players. I got to tell you that. All right, we're going to be looking for the same thing here. Does the Prolink timeout change the momentum? Is Coach Cajun able to turn this on a dime? We'll find out in just a moment. When you get a second, can you go to Watch app and grab your serial number and text it to me. All right, we're back. 15-18, that timeout's over. There's the serve. Sai handles it cleanly, though. Hope sets it over to Kate. No, to Piper. Oh, Piper tries to one-hand save. We gotta love that Piper went for that. Normally, she's the kind of person who does not. Her preference is to let the other players go after the ball. I love seeing that improvement in confidence from her, even if it didn't work out. 15-19. M2's starting to come back here, which is not what we want to see. Maya's there, handles it. Sai makes it over in time. Carly puts it over. Piper and Kate getting ready for the block. Carly's there for that one. To Hope. To Kate from the backside. Diving save from M2. Ooh, got to give M2 credit for pulling that off. Carly to Hope. Hope to Piper. Piper sends it over. And that is on the outside of the pole. That is a Prolink point. Absolutely wonderful to see there. All right, that's got Sai serving. Now comes the hardest part of me trying to keep up with all the substitution. Is that in? No, it was not. Oh, it's so hard. All right, so let's see what we got. In the front row, we have Kate, Hope, and Lexi. In the back row, we have Maya, Carly, and Sai. 16-20, M2 serve. There's the serve. Lexi's right there. Sends it over. Carly. Now to Hope. Hope to the outside to Maya. Maya with a great cross-court spike. M2 handles it, though. They're going to send it over back to Carly. Carly to Hope. This time, Hope to Carly. Carly puts it over. We're going to see what M2 does with it with our outside hitter. Outside hitter struggles with it. Puts it right into the net. 17-20. Now we need a good rally. We have a double substitution. We have Kate for Alara, and we have Olivia for Hope. Alara to serve. Beautiful serve from Alara. M2 cannot handle it. I don't know if that's officially an ace, but I'm calling it one because they didn't handle it at all. 18-20. Here comes Alara again. Another beautiful serve. M2 does handle this one. Their outside hitter sends it over right back to Carly. Carly to Alara, Alara to Olivia. Oh, Olivia with a great spike. Just didn't quite get high enough. But she's got some power behind that now. All right, now serving for M2 is that number one, the one I've telling you about all day that I has very interesting serve style. All right, there's the serve, nice and easy to Sai. Sai handles it to Alara. Alara gives it to Maya. Maya gets the spike, but they were ready. M2 with their inside hitter. That net is too high, folks. 19-21. Prolink still in this, fighting hard. All right, once again, I managed to get out of sync somehow. Gotta love when I do that. Maya, beautiful serve, cross court. Is handled by M2. M2 spikes hard, and it's out. 20-21. Here comes Maya again. Beautiful serve from Maya. They cannot handle that. That's an ace. As the girls do 1, 2, 3, 4, touch the floor. That's an ace. Nice, easy serve across. M2 struggled a little bit there, but they got there. With the spike, Maya saves it. Sai moves it forward. Carly's there to put it over. All right, M2 with their inside hitter. Hits it hard. Sai is there. Alara sends it back over to Carly, who puts it over the net. M2 handles it somehow. Lexi and Sai. All right, we got a good rally going here. Carly, Alara to Olivia. Olivia with the spike and the kill. Great play, great rally, but great play by Prolink. And we have a timeout. I think that was M2. I missed who made the call. 22 to 21 here, folks. Quite a game going on. This is quite the game. 21 M2, 22 Prolink. Like any timeout, always worried that it changes the momentum of the game. Olivia with the serve, sends it into the corner. M2 does handle it. Okay, they're going to bring it back over. Sai's right there. To Alara. Alara sends it over to Carly, who spikes it. Oh, unfortunately. That is an M2 point. All right, we got a substitution. Looks like Maya for Oriana. All right, M2 to return with a tie game. There's the serve. Right at Oriana. Alara gives it over to Carly, who sends it over the net. M2 handles it. They're going to return it from their center. Center gives it to Sai. Sai to Alara. Alara to Lexi. Lexi with the spike. All right, M2 getting ready to return it, but yeah, they do. Oriana's there calling it. Alara to Lexi. Lexi with a spike in the corner. It's good. 23-22. All right, Sai and Piper substituting out. And Lexi to serve. All right, and we're underway. Nice jump serve from Lexi. M2 handling it. They're going to push return it. Carly's there. Sends it up to Alara, who gives it back to herself. Carly with a spike, but number 6 was there, and they can't handle it. 24-22. This has been a great team effort from all of Prolink on this one. Diving plays, saves, aces, kills. Can Lexi finish the game here? 24-22. There's the serve. M2 handles it from their inside. No, they don't! And that is the game. That will end set 2. 1 set apiece. What an incredible comeback from Prolink. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, folks, we're back here. We're going to be starting set 3 in just a moment. But before we do that, let's recap. Momentum on the Prolink side after coming back. Well, I guess they did come back in the last set. So after coming back in the last set, almost losing it, but then regrouping and really winning there at the end. Looking sharp. All around, really good start for them. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out here in the third set. What that does to the momentum, how the teams play around on this, what that does to M2's momentum as well. So it'll be an interesting. It'll be interesting to see this third set. As a reminder, we are here today at Lake Point Champion Center in Cartersville, Georgia. Next week, or 2 weeks from now, something like that, the big tournament down in Orlando. That's the one that will be a long tournament set. Piper in, substituted out as always. All right, so right now on the court for Prolink, we have Lexi, Maya, and Alara. I'm sure I have that right. Yep. And in the back row, well, I shouldn't say in the back row because, well, they're not lined up in front row, back row really. But Lexi, Maya, Alara, Olivia, Carly, and Sai. M2 will be serving first. And we are underway in the third set. Carly handles that beautifully. Alara tries to tip it. Sai. Oh! Alara, Sai, Lexi, everybody was diving for that. Really good team effort. As a reminder, in third set rules, pretty straightforward. It's first to 15 instead of 25, and you must win by 2. Third set. Second serve. Carly handles that beautifully. Alara is there, sends it over to Maya. Maya with the cross-court spike. Handled by M2. They return it from their outside hitter. But Sai is there to handle it. Carly handles that one. Sai again. Maya puts it over the net. M2 is trying to handle it. It's going to be hard for him. Nice and high, and they do. Sai is there. That puts it to Alara. Alara gives it back to Maya. Maya, oh, unfortunately, that net was just a tad high for Maya. I gotta say, that you couldn't see it on the camera, but that ball, I mean, I'm terrible at judging distance, but I'm going with 30 feet in the air. Third serve here from M2. Maya, Lexi tries to save it. Maya unfortunately sent it off to the side. Lexi tried to get there in time, but couldn't pull it off. For those of you watching at home, we are immediately back here as we do play at 10. We have a substitution, Carly for Reagan. M2 to serve again. Right at Reagan this time. Reagan sends it over, they return it. Sai's there though. Alara gives it over to Maya. Maya, oh, hits it right into the pole. That's 4-0. Prolink really needs to get the ball back here. You do not want this much momentum going on this long. All right, Maya handles that one. Gives it to Alara. Alara gives it to Lexi with a great jump. Spikes it, but it is handled. And no, it's not. She hits it right into the net as she's not able to handle the reverse bump. That's what we like to see. That gives Alara the chance to serve here. All right, Alara with the first serve. It is 1-4. Alara serves. Beautiful cross-court serve. M2's going to handle it with their inside hitter. Inside hitter gives it to Reagan. Reagan to Alara. Alara to Olivia with a great spike. Somehow they handled that. Sai Maya from the back court. All right, inside hitter again. This time not able to handle it. If it was in, it was in. 5-1, right along the line. Got to give M2 credit for replacement on that one. All right, getting ready to serve again. Here we go. Nice, easy serve. Unfortunately, Maya did not handle that. 6-1. All right. Coach Cajun telling Maya to shake it off, and let's go get it. All right, there's the serve. Sai handles that. Maya moves it forward. Olivia's right there, sends it over. M2 inside hitter, hits it straight at Sai. Sai gives it to Alara. Alara behind her to Maya with a great spike, but it was handled. M2's gonna return it now from that inside hitter again. Reagan, Alara pushes it right over and finds the hole! All right, we have Reagan, Olivia, and Lexi up front right now. Sai, Alara, and Maya. Maya's serving. There's the serve, cross court. M2 handles it, that inside hitter going. Nice spike, finds the hole with 3 girls all diving for it. Not able to make it though. All right, we have a substitution, Maya for Oriana. As they found the hole, all 3 girls knew where it was going, tried to get there, couldn't quite make it. 2-7. Not looking good right now. Reagan. Alara gives it back to Reagan. Reagan with a powerful spike towards the back. Ooh, unfortunately long. And we have Carly and Reagan substitution. 2-8. M2 winning. All right, there's the serve. Sai handles it. Oriana sends it into the crowd, trying to take out a couple of the kids. They did not even seem fazed by it. And we have a timeout, Prolink. Lots of coaching going on right now with M2. M2 seeing things that they don't like in the way that M2 is blocking. And so giving some coaching to the team. All right, that was interesting. Not seen coaches do that before, but a good use of the timeout by them. It's 2-9. Really need to get that ball back here. And we are back underway after that timeout. Here we go. And it worked, because that net is too high.
Let's go, Piper!
That ball is served. M2 barely able to handle it, but they do. They're going to send it right over. But Carly's there. Carly puts it right back up to Alara, who gives it back to Carly. Carly with the spike. Handled by M2 as they tipped it up. They're going to put it over. Carly's there, though, with her one-hand reach out. And Alara sends it over and gets a kill with a backhanded.
Go, Lexi!
4-9. Lexi to serve again. Beautiful serve back, number 6. No, somehow they handled that. Alara puts it up. Lexi gives it over to Carly. Carly sends it over to the corner. And that is not able to be handled. Carly gets the kill. 5-9 now, folks. Lexi picking up the team, putting them on her back. And we have a timeout, M2. All right, that is definitely a play to mess with momentum. Making the girls on M2 spin around in circles. Don't really understand that, but that must be part of shaking their head out, would be my guess. Shaking their brains out. It's 5-9 right now. Definitely much closer than it should be. All right, Prolink back on the court. Lexi to serve. We're going to be hoping here that that does not fundamentally change the momentum. Lexi usually not fazed by that, but and she was fazed by that. That went long, 5-10. All right, Sai and Lexi substitute out. All right. And we'll take that point for sure. Everybody's favorite player, number 62 up front. Olivia to serve. Here we go. Olivia with a great serve. Piper with the block and the kill. Piper there making a great play, finding the hole on M2. Olivia to serve now. Another beautiful serve from Olivia. She's really looking good today. M2 does send it over. Piper, Alara to Carly. M2 returns it. Oriana. Alara to Piper. Piper with the spike. They're able to handle it. Well, maybe. No, they are not. That caused all kinds of problems. 8-10. Piper playing much more aggressive today. Great to see that. Shows some confidence. Olivia with the next serve. Ball clears the net. M2 to their inside hitter. Inside hitter hits it back. Oriana to Carly. Oh. It did hit the pole, but that was a great try. Olivia and Hope and Kate and Alara substitutions for that one. Gotta give some credit there. That was a great dive attempt. 8-11. Here's the serve from M2 and finds the hole. Not sure what happened there with Prolink. Everybody kind of just let that one go. Coach Cajun talking to them about it. Not sure what's going on. There's some questions from the M2 team. Both coach and captain talking. Coach Cajun taking an opportunity to talk to Oriana. I mean, it's a good use of talking. Now he's talking to Kate. Piper inside. Sai going around talking to everybody, giving them high fives. Except for Piper. That was the most unofficial timeout I've ever seen. Hopefully it screwed up M2's momentum. Here we go. Carly's right there with the dig. To Piper. Piper sends it up to Kate. Kate puts it over. All right, we're going to return it from their outside hitter. Diving attempt from Oriana. Unfortunately, that gives M2 13 points. Remember, they only need 15 to win this set. So this is where the ball has to come back to M2, or to Prolink. And for that, we have a timeout Cajun, as he'll be discussing that exact thing with his team right now.
These muscles hurt, like my hip. It's like my bone hurts, but it's not my bone. It's like this weird muscle in here.
I can't tell where I'm at now. All right, here goes M2 with their next serve. They find the hole, but it's immediately returned, and it's in with a great dig from Oriana. That was a great play. Maya and Oriana substituting out. Carly with the great serve, hard hit, is handled by M2, and they're gonna send it right over. Size there. Hope sets it to Piper. Piper with the spike. And gets it! 10-13. It's not over yet, folks. All right, Carly ready. There's the serve, clears the net beautifully. Maya to Carly, back to Maya. Maya sends it over all the way across the court. M2's getting ready to return it. They do, but Carly's there. Carly to Hope this time. Hope to Kate. Kate pushes it over. Oh, their outside hitter's going to handle this one and give it right back to Carly. Carly's going to give it to Hope, who's going to give it to Kate and send it over. Starting to notice a little tradition here. All right, this time Kate pushes it up to Hope. Hope to the back row with Carly. Carly with the spike. M2 trying to handle it. And they do not. It runs the net, but can't quite make it over. I mean, this is looking good. 13-11. Coach Cajun giving some coaching. It's 11-13 right now. There's the serve from Carly. Strongly hit and not handled. We're going to call that an ace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the floor. That's an ace. 12-13. And we have a timeout from M2. As they attempt to get control of this game again. 12-13. Can they ice Carly and get the points they need? That's going to be the question here now, folks. The question right now is, did that work? Does that throw Carly off as that timeout comes to a close? Maya, Piper, and Kate in the front. Cy and Hope in the middle. Carly serving. 12-13. There's the serve, and it's an ace! It did not work. We have a tie game at 13. Carly now picking up the team and carrying them on her shoulders. Next one, another ace. That's 14. This is match point. 14-13. Carly, you can see her feeling the pressure right here. Can she do it? Even the ref is amused at this comeback. There's the next one. M2 does handle it. They send it over. Carly's there. Carly to Hope. Hope puts it over. M2's going to return it with their inside hitter. Inside hitter to Cy. Cy to Hope. Hope gives it to Carly from the back. Carly spikes it and wins the game! Prolink comes back! Prolink comes back to win that one, 15-13. They win both the set and the match. And we'll be back for our next match here in just a minute. Woo! Good job! Woo! Good job, good job, good job, good job! Woo! Good job, good job! Woo! That's a comeback. All right, folks, I'm getting this up and hosting the game. We'll probably start in about 15 minutes, but the connection here is really bad on their Wi-Fi. So what I've learned is it's better to keep the connection alive than it is to let it drop. So I'm going to start streaming right away. You'll get a chance to watch their warm-ups, and then I'll be back when it's time to start. Thanks, folks. You trying to kill me?
Yes.
All right, folks. We are here today joining you at Lake Point Champion Center in Cartersville, Georgia. We are excited to bring you game 2 of Prolink. After a nail-biting, tie-breaking, winning third set, Prolink is back to play 5-7-5, who was reffing the previous game. Now it's time to get the starting lineup set up in the game. So let's see what we got. Looks like in the front row, we've got Lexi, Reagan, and Alara. And in the back row, we've got Olivia, Carly, and Cy. All right, it's going to be another fun day here today. Looking forward to celebrating a hopeful, fingers crossed, really wanting it, praying for it, all that fun stuff. And we are underway. Carly handles the first one. Alara sets it to Reagan. Reagan with a hard spike. Is it in? Oh, it was out. All right, Prolink down 0-1. 5-7-5 returns. Nice and easy. Cy handles it. Cy gives it to Alara. Alara sets it up. Reagan, it goes again. Unfortunately, too far again. Carly was... Oh, it tipped. It was a tip that caused the out. I like it.
I absolutely love that you're mic'd up. Can I take a picture of you?
Sure.
That's awesome.
All right, Alara with the serve. Oh, unfortunately. That net was a little too high. All right. That's going to give 5-7-5 the serve again. Let's do this, Prolink. Serve way long. That ball went flying on the air, took out the net in the back. All right, Reagan's going to be serving for us. All right, there's the serve. Ooh, Reagan gets under it, or over it, and puts it down in the net hard. We're gonna have a substitution. Looks like Reagan for Oriana. All right. Here goes the next one. Serve right at Cy. Cy handles it, puts it over the net. That's returned. Lexi handles it this time. Alara gives it to Olivia behind her. Olivia with a hard spike, unable to be handled. That was beautiful. I mean, that really put it right on the nose. All right, Lexi's serving now. We had quite a few substitutions there. There's the serve. First serve of the day for Prolink to get over the net. Carly hits it hard, unfortunately hits it too far, and it's out. All right, I got to get caught up on some of these substitutions here. There were several. Next one must be Piper. Ball was served. Oriana not quite able to handle it, so that's an ace for them. All right, we got Piper, Alara, and Olivia up front. We have Carly, Oriana, and Cy in the back. There's the serve from 5-7-5. Oriana handles it this time. Gives it to Alara. Alara gives it to Olivia with a hard spike. Unfortunately, too far. 3-6 now. Excuse me. With 5-7-5 having the lead. All right, there's the serve. Hard serve. And it is out. O-U-T-O. All right, that gives Olivia a chance to serve. And here comes Olivia with the serve. Hard serve in back corner. 575 handles it. They're going to be returning it from their outside hitter. Goes cross court right back to Olivia. High fly ball from Alara. Oh! Finger touch pushes it back over. Nobody able to get there. All right, Olivia and Hope are substituting. And Alara and Kate are substituting. 4-7. Here goes 575. Hard one right at Sai. Sai takes care of it. Carly's there. Hope sends it over. All right, 575, getting ready for the return from their inside hitter. Carly goes up for the block. Hope sends it up to Carly. Carly returns with a hard spike. They are able to handle it, though. They send over a floater. Carly to Hope. Hope behind her to Carly. Carly with another hard spike. And they can't handle it, giving Carly the kill. All right. As always, I am way out of order on the score sheet, but the good news is you can't see that. You only see when somebody scores. Carly getting ready to serve. There's Carly with a hard serve. They are able to handle it. That ball's coming back over. Piper's right there for that one. Hope gives it back to Piper. Piper with the spike. And they can't handle it. Good job. Prolink looking pretty sharp today. Carly to serve again. Nice hard spike again. Is it in? Oh! Guess it was long. I gotta say that was daring of them to let that one go given how close it was, but it was the right call. .575 serving again. I believe we have the same ref again, which is generally odd. I usually substitute them around. That net, though, folks, let me tell you, it's high. Too high. 7-8, Prolink. All right. Sai is serving. Your front row now is Kate, Reagan, and Lexi. That ball is served. Great serve from Sai, but way long. She's got a nice jump serve there. All right, that's going to give Prolink, or excuse me, 575 a chance to serve again. And we are underway. That is going to be out. 8-9. All right, we have Kate and Alara. And Hope and Olivia as your substitutions there. That gives Alara to serve. 8-9 is the current score. It's a back and forth game. Nice serve from Alara. Looks like they're going to handle it with their center hitter. Carly's there, but does not get there. Oh, a diving attempt from Sai. I got to tell you, Sai does not mind putting her body out there to try to get any save or dive she can. And she has had some bruises this season because of that. But man, she does not give up ever. That's a serve. Reagan's there. Reagan to Alara. Alara to Lexi. Lexi puts it perfectly. That was beautiful. And we got the worm going on the edge over there by Hope. All right, in the front row we have Carly, Olivia, and Lexi. In the back row we have Sai and Alara and Reagan just with that serve right there. All right, they're going to their inside hitter. Inside hitter gives it right back to Reagan, though. Alara sends it up to Carly. Carly with the spike. It was touched. That is a Prolink point. 575 not liking that call at all. Lots of frustration on the sideline there. 10-10. Reagan with the serve and an ace. I gotta say, Prolink's looking a little down, considering they just took the lead 11-10. There's not as much energy as they had earlier. Reagan again. Nice light hit over. They're gonna go to their inside hitter. Inside hitter sends it, but that net is too high. Yeah, I was gonna say, we didn't block that. That was the net. All right, good call. 12-10. All right, Reagan to serve again. Another beautiful serve. They're going to their outside hitter this time. Outside sends it across right back to Reagan. To Alara, who gives it to Olivia. Olivia with a nice spike. Ooh, they do dig that out, though. Carly this time handles it. Alara is giving it back to Carly. Carly with her own spike, but way too far in the back. 12-11. I think the ref that was supposed to ref this game just showed up. Normally, like I said, they substitute refs, and so I was surprised that it looks like it's the same gentleman. I just saw one show up, though. All right, Sai handles that. Alara gives it to the outside for Carly. Carly spikes it right into the net. 12-12. Coach Cajun giving some, well, coaching to Carly. All right, there's your serve. Oh, it's an ace, unfortunately.
So apparently that was cool. Me needing to be on. I've already sold the book.
You already what?
I already sold 2 rooms.
Nice.
I just got to book it later. So I'm going to need that.
All right. 5-7-5 serves again. That's going to be way long. That ties the game back up at 13-13.
And I found somebody who sells CTF. It's so cool. And they don't currently work with travel agents, I believe. And they sell #1 Disney shirts. So I feel like this is a good partnership. I'm just saying. Which I am. What?
Lexi with the serve. Sorry, folks. Multitasking over here. Lexi to Alara. Alara over to Carly. Carly spikes it. They're able to handle that. All right, 5-7-5 with their middle hitter. Pushes it and finds the hole right past Piper's block. No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. We have, let's see, Piper in the front row. Alara. And then in the back we have Carly, Oriana. All right, here we go again. That net, though, I gotta tell you, I think sometimes it grows because once again, it was too high. All right, Olivia's gonna serve. There's her serve, nice, powerful towards the back, and they can't handle it, which gives them an ace. Love it when a plan comes together like that. The official scorer and I are not in agreement right now. They've got it at 14-14. I have it at 15-14. I'm gonna watch to see if they fix that, or if I'm wrong. Nice bump, Piper, though, quick thinking. They tried to sneak that one by her, but she got her fingers up. Sai saves that. Alara pushes it right over, but they're ready for that one too. Oh, but that spike could not be handled. So apparently, the official scorer and I are off by 1. Really not sure how I did that. I was multitasking, but not on the scoring. Piper there trying to block it, can't quite get up. The second jump. This is a good back and forth game, folks. All right, we got Kate and Piper. Hope joined on that last one with a double substitution. Reagan coming in as a substitution for Oriana. Up front, we have Piper, Kate, and Reagan. In the back, we have the middle, Sai and Hope. Carly just with that serve there. Beautiful serve. I didn't think that was going to clear the net, folks. That was a straight bullet to get that ace. I mean, that was a straight bullet, folks. Carly to serve again. Another straight bullet. Bounces off her hands and her face. Sai handles it. Hope sets it to Kate. Kate puts it over. Almost found the hole there. Hope's ready for it. Now Carly. Carly sends it across to Reagan with the spike. And it's in. It catches the corner. That's what we like to see. 18-15. All right, Carly to serve again. Another bullet. They do handle it, though, and give it right back to Carly. Carly gives it to Hope, who sends it to the outside for Reagan. Reagan tries to find the hole and does! She finds the hole in their defenses. 15, excuse me. And we have a timeout, 5-7-5. Like all timeouts, folks, this one is all about messing with people's heads. It is an attempt to fix 5-7-5's head as they're losing control. Wants to recenter his team over there, get them re-engaged. On the Prolink side is to make sure that the timeout doesn't have the negative effect. To make sure that the timeout keeps Carly's momentum going. Will be interesting to see how this all plays out as they return from the timeout. All right, Carly getting ready to serve. Beautiful serve again. They do handle it. They're going to their outside hitter who struggled and sent it flying well out of bounds. 20-15. Icing Carly did not work. She comes back just as strong. Ooh, Carly tries for that bullet shot again. Unfortunately, this time the net jumped in front of it, blocking her shot. .575 floats it over. Carly dives and makes it there. Sai floats it up. Reagan sends it over. Does it make it? It did. Great play by the team. They're going to their outside hitter. Outside hitter can't get there because that net is too high. All right. Piper substitutes out for Lexi, it looks like. Sai is serving. Sai with a beautiful serve, goes right over and gets a clean ace. That was fantastic. 22-16. Sai to serve again. Another beautiful shot from Sai. They're struggling with it. Outside hitter does get there. Carly, though, to Hope. Back to Carly, who does send it over. Great teamwork. 5-7-5 going for the return. They're able to. Carly there again. To Hope. Hope sets it to Reagan. Reagan with the spike and the kill. (23-16). Side, another beautiful jump serve. They cannot handle it. We are now at set point, 24-16.
Good job, Sai. You got this.
Sai walking away right now. Oh, so close. But 5-7-5 has to be perfect for the rest of this set to win it. So, feeling pretty good about where we're sitting right now. Double substitution on the 5-7-5 team. They're working their way through those at the moment. (5-7-5) gives it to Carly. Oh, good block from 5-7-5 on that one, because that was a really good spike. But they were able to get up and block that. 24-18. There's the next serve. Carly's right there. Carly sets it up to Hope. Hope to Lexi. Lexi sends it. They're able to return it. This time Sai's there. Back to Hope. Carly from the back row with a nice solid spike. Handled again. Their middle hitter is going to hit it now. Sends it over. Kate, Carly. Or Kate, Hope, Carly. Not able to get there. It's 19. Don't want to see that. There's the service. Reagan to Hope. Hope behind her. Kate is able to recover and get there. All right, 5-7-5 is going to use their middle hitter again. Middle hitter sends it to Carly. Carly with a diving one-armed attempt. Can't quite get there. 24-20. We got a timeout Cajun to try to recenter the team. So we have the timeout right now, Prolink. Again, this is the inverse of the last timeout, where we will be looking to have iced their server a little bit. And let's see if it worked. All right, Carly sets it up to Hope. Hope pushes it right over. Carly's there. Hope, this time outside for Reagan. Could Reagan do it? Nope, that would have been 4. Come on. Prolink, we got to get that ball back. 24-21, not what I like to see. Could shut it down right here. Nice and easy to Reagan. Reagan gives it to Hope. Hope to Lexi, who recovers and gets back to one-arm it over. Got to give her credit. Lexi with the block! And a net call to end the game. That is the end of set 1. 25-21. Hard earned, but well played. And we'll be back in just a few. Woo! Go, Maddie!
Hey, no.
Go, Lash! freezing. All right, folks, we are back with set 2. That was a nail-biting, ongoing, back and forth that has been a long time since we've seen that. All right, our normal starting substitution. All right, folks, currently experiencing some technical difficulties. The connection here in the building did go down. I'm attempting to do this on cellular now at this point. Not the best, I gotta be honest. Connection keeps going up and down. I'm watching it right now. Not sure I'm gonna get back to stable. We'll try again in a few minutes. All right, I think I'm back up. So, with me being back up, I'm gonna run back to the other side here and get caught up on the score. Okay, so I'm back. Score's 3-10. Olivia's about to serve. There's the serve, very nice. 575 does appear to be handling it. They send it over. Sai is there. Sai gives it to Alara. Alara gives it to Carly, who hits it a little too hard, giving an 11th point to 575. All right, so in the front row, we have, looks like Piper and Kate. I think the other one is Hope. And then we have Oriana, Sai, and Carly in the back. .575 with the serve. Sai's right there. Sai gives it to Hope. Hope sets it to Carly. Carly with the hard spike. Unfortunately, the net was a little too high, and the net blocks it. 3-12. Not looking so great in this set, if I'm being honest. Carly and Sai don't communicate. 13-3. We have a timeout Prolink. So beyond having technical difficulties, we are also having play difficulties. We looked so much better that first one. Behind us, there's another Prolink game going on. The score over there is Prolink 16, 575-21. So it looks like this is a Prolink versus 575 event going on over here. All right, Prolink has ended their timeout. It's 13-3. Let's see if we can mess things up a little bit for 575 as they start to pull away. And we do. Icing them worked perfectly. All right, Reagan and Oriana are substituting. Carly to serve. There's your serve. It's beautiful. It's an ace. Carly with the ace right there, looking sharp. Oh, with a spike, but size there. She handles it. Hope gives it the outside with Reagan. Reagan with a spike. Is it too far? Unfortunately, it is. It looked like it was heading a little long, and unfortunately, it did. All right. 5-14. Let's get that ball back right here and see if we can get some momentum going. There's the serve. Carly. Sai sends it forward. Carly again sends it over the net. They're going to their outside hitter. Outside hitter can't handle it, though. Goes straight into the net, giving Prolink the ball back, which is what we want to see. Piper and Lexi substitute out. There's a serve from Sai. Beautiful serve. Their middle hitter handles it, and it creeps over the net. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. 6-15. Let's get that ball back right here. We need to build some momentum. Reagan there. Hope. Lexi. Their inside hitter's going to take it. Inside hitter goes long. But size right there. Hope. Hope to Carly. Carly. Tip. And that's a kill. All right, we got some substitutions going on here. We have Kate and Alara substituting. And we have Hope and Olivia substituting. So your front row is Reagan, Olivia and Lexi, Carly, Sai, and Alara in the back. And Alara to serve. Nice serve. Ooh, somehow they dug that out. Sai's there, though. Alara got Alara with a highlight. I got to tell you, that was fantastic. That makes it 8-15. Here goes Alara again. Another nice serve. Clears the net just barely. And that's an ace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, girls, get some energy. Let's get some energy going in that. Looking good. Alara. All right, middle hitter. Middle hitter takes it, tries to drop it in, and unfortunately finds the hole in front of Carly off to the side of Sai. 9-16, making a little bit of progress on coming back. Still not all the way where they need to be. All right, there's the serve. Unfortunately, that's an ace for the other team. All right, there it goes. Carly handles that one. Now Sai sends it up high to give Olivia a spiking chance, which she takes. Their inside hitter's going to take that. Long hit. That is absolutely a Prolink point. 10-17. All right, Reagan serving. Reagan, nice serve. They do handle it. Middle hitter takes it and can't handle it. That's a Prolink point. 11-17. All right, here we go. Reagan with the serve. Oh, Olivia tries to get up and block it. Unfortunately, not able to. That's 18-11. Reagan and Oriana with the substitution there. All right, here we go. Ball served. Sai is there. To Alara. Alara gives it to Carly. Carly spikes it, unfortunately, right into the net. 11-19. This is where we need to get that ball back. If we can get the ball back here, we're still in this game. Once you cross over to 20, it becomes a lot harder to crawl your way back because you really have to be perfect a lot. Sai tries to handle it. Unfortunately, not able to. Tries to kill a couple parents in the stands. And we have a timeout, Cajun. All right, 5-7-5 looking very excited over there. Obviously, they made some good progress on this one. It's 11-20. Not where we want to see at all. Cajun talking to his team about the things he's seeing, the challenges that they are experiencing. Now, what we're looking for here is a chance to really change the momentum. This is bigger than just this single point. This is all about changing momentum. So let's see if icing the server worked. And if we can build some momentum off that. That one is out, so it absolutely helped. That's the 12th point. All right, Piper and Sai have substituted out. So in the front we have Piper, Carly, Olivia, Lexi serving, Oriana, and Alara. All right, can Lexi bring the team back into this game? She did earlier in set 3. There's the hit. Oriana with a diving save to Alara, to Olivia. Olivia with a great spike. Ooh, they're able to handle it, though. Out inside hitter sends it strong. Oriana's there again, though. Alara sends it all the way across to Carly, who puts it over. Oh, pushes it over and finds the hole. That was a good play from 5-7-5. Not what we want to see, obviously, but it was a good play. Lexi and Sai have now substituted. 12-21. There's the serve. Piper with a backwards bump puts it over. Hard spike finds the corner. 22-12. Not looking good for Prolink on this one. Here comes the serve. Right at Carly. Carly handles it, gives it to Alara. Alara gives it back to Carly. Carly spikes it. Looks like they're going to handle it with their inside hitter who does, but Carly's over there too. Alara to Olivia. Olivia couldn't get there for the spike because the timing was off, but does manage to get it over the net. Oriana to Alara. Alara to Carly. Carly pushes it, and they can't get there, so we're going to take that 13th point. This should give Olivia the chance to serve. 13-22. It's still not over. Nice serve. They are able to handle it. Outside hitter's going to take that and send it over. Sai's there to Olivia, who moves it forward. To Alara, who almost got it over the net. Unfortunately did not, but that was a really good effort. Alara and Kate are substituting out. And I think there was one other. Hope substituted for somebody. I'm missing who. I'll get there, though. Looks like Olivia. All right, here we go. 23-13, not the kind of score we want to see. Very hard to come back from at this stage in a game. So it looks like we may be going to a third set again. That is long. Prolink, 14-23. Five, 7-5, not liking that she started to go down and then changed it to an out call, but it was definitely out. All right, 14-23, Carly with the chance to serve now. There's the serve, nice clean serve across the net. Oh, Piper with a quick reaction. Piper tips it, gives Maya a chance. Hope sends it back to Maya. Maya spikes it. Looks like they're going to handle that one. It's hard, it's up, and they cross. They don't communicate. That gives a point to Prolink. They had a little trouble with the communication there on the 5-7-5 side. Worked in our favor. All right, Carly to serve again, 15-23. Nice hard serve. Difficult for them to handle. Well, they do move it forward, though, and they send it over. Right back to Carly, actually. Hope's right there. She tips it over, and they can't handle it. 16-23. Good teamwork there. Good reaction speeds. And it's in for an ace. Caught the top of the net and fell over. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that. Looks good. Definitely impossible to defend against. Carly again. They're there. They send it right back over. Hope's there. Hope sends to Carly. Carly with the Maya. Maya, unfortunately, went up, and they got the block as she had to try to push it to the caddy corner as that ball was absolutely going out. 17-24. 5-7-5 is going to get a chance to serve on this one. They only need 1 point. And that, folks, is the game. That ends set 2. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Very important.
Why am I holding this?
Because I have to run to the restroom. Are you going to talk?
No, turn it
It's
off.
on mute right now.
Okay. Come on, Prolink!
You good? All right, we're back with the tiebreaker. As a reminder, the third set goes to 15. Alara's there to Lexi. Lexi with a strong spike. 5-7-5 returns, but Olivia's right there. Sends it right over the net. Return spike, and that's out. First point goes to Prolink. That's going to give Alara a chance to serve. All right, Alara with a nice serve over. Olivia's there with the block / push. Inside hitter takes it. Lexi's there, though. Alara sets it up to Olivia. Olivia with the spike. And the point! There we go. Prolink. 2-0. All right, there's the one from Olivia. You know what I mean. And that is way long and out. 3-0. Alara gonna serve now for the 4th time in a row. There's your serve. It's a beautiful one. They can't handle it. Oh, what they do? Okay, they return it. Carly's there. Carly to Alara again. Alara to Lexi. Lexi with a hard spike. They do handle that. Middle hitter returns it. Lexi tries for the block. Almost gets it. 3-1. What we want to make sure it doesn't happen is a change in momentum.
Right out, let's go!
There's your shot. Maya to Alara. Alara to Maya. Maya with the spike. They do handle it. Outside hitter. Oh, finds the hole, maybe. Come on. Oh, almost. Great effort by the Prolink team there.
Come on, Prolink, let's get the ball back!
You hear the crowd cheering. Get the ball back. 3-2. Here we go. There's the serve. It's long. Size right there. Alara. Olivia with a hard spike, and it's in. What?
What?
I'm guessing it was on the other side of the pole. All right, Carly. Alara pushes it over. They do handle it. They're going to return it. Lexi's right there, though. Alara to nobody. I don't know who was supposed to get that, but that went nowhere, making the score 3-4. Prolink looking a little disconnected right there.
Get back in it!
All right, side. Alara with Maya. Maya with the spike. 5-7-5 handles it. They push it long and hard. That would have been in. Carly making a valiant attempt to get there, unable to do so though. 5-7-5 looking like a much better team coming out that second set. Size right there. Side to Alara. Alara sends it back to Maya. Maya with the back spike. 5-7-5 getting ready with the return. But they send it right into the net. That's what we need. That's going to give Maya a chance to serve with the score 4-5. Here we go. They send it to their back row for the spike, but Sai handles it cleanly. It gives it to Alara. Alara gives it to Carly, and Carly drops it in, finding the hole and getting the kill. That ties the game up 5-5. Maya, nice cross-court serve. And that's an ace. That makes the score 6-5. Maya serving from the far court line, coming in at a diagonal, serves it cross court. They send it right over, but we return it with a great play by Olivia. They give it to Maya this time. Maya goes to Alara. Alara goes to Olivia behind her with a spike and a block. That was a good block by 5-7-5. And now we have a substitution, Oriana for Maya. Prolink looking tired here at the end of their second match. Carly handles that, but can't get out of the way for Sai. Pretty sure Sai hit her chin before she hit her legs or her knees on that one. That looked painful, but she's fine, but it looked painful. Another serve. This time Sai handles it. Sai gives it to Alara. Alara to Carly. Carly with a hard spike. It gets tipped and is out. It's another back and forth game, folks. 7-7 at this point. Lexi's going to get the serve. All right, Lexi's serve is underway. Nice serve. They're going to their inside hitter. Inside hitter hits it. It should be long. It is. It's out. All right. Lexi's getting ready to serve. There's Lexi's serve. It's long. It's back. It's far. They are talking. They're going to handle it. They're going to send it back over. That's going to go long. 9-7. O-U-T-O. All right, Lexi again. Lexi with a great serve cross court. 5-7-5 handling it. They're going to send it back over. That's easy for Lexi to handle as she gives it to Alara. Alara goes over to Carly, and Carly handles it. Olivia's there, sends it right back over to 5-7-5. 5-7-5 is going to return it with a hard spike. But who's there? Oriana. Then Carly with the cross-court spike. And it's in! We got the worm going on the sidelines, folks. Hope and Sai doing the worm. 10-7. Lots of conversations going on. I was trying to listen in to the conversation going here right in front of me with the ref. Something about the way our back row is playing. She wanted to call something, but she didn't know she was allowed to. All right. Lexi with it. If it's on the line, it's in. It's in. That's an ace. 11-7. The timeout did not ruin the momentum, although that was dang close, but we're going to take it. Lexi again. Nice serve. They push it right over, but Carly's there waiting. Alara gives it to Piper. Piper with the spike. They're going to handle hers. They're going to put it right over, but Carly's there. This time Oriana. Piper sends it over. They return it. Oh! Good try. And that was a valiant effort. What you saw there is what happens when teams don't consistently do three. It throws off people's momentum. And so they weren't ready to react as quick as they needed to. All right, there's the serve. Sai with the dive. Alara to Olivia from far back, and she gets it. Now they're going to do the same. Alara's there with another dive. Then Oriana sends it sky high for Olivia. Olivia gets the spike. Oh, she gets the kill, but I'm relatively sure that was a carry. Yeah, Carly saying the same thing that I did, which is that was absolutely a carry. But the ref is not on board with that call. Did not touch it. It's out. Oh. They called that a tip. I don't think we touched that one, but 11-10. Carly handles it cleanly. Piper's there and puts it up. Alara sends it straight over, and they can't handle it. That's a Prolink point. That's what we needed. We got to get that ball back. 12-10.
Let's go!
Looks like Olivia's going to be serving for us. In the front row, you have Alara, Piper, and Carly. Here in mid, you have Oriana and Sai and Olivia there to serve. Olivia with a great serve. Sends it over the net cleanly. Out! Number 8, Dove, tried to get there, couldn't get there. All right, Olivia serves again. And they can't handle it. 1, 2, 3. That's an ace. 14-10. Timeout. 5-7-5. Prolink. Prolink, they're 1 point away from winning the set and the match. Lots of stress and nail biting and worries. Well, I don't know about everybody else, but at least for me. So this is set point, Olivia to serve. All right, we have some substitutions going on the 5-7-5 side as they try to get themselves sorted out in advance of Olivia's serve. All right, ref says Olivia's good to serve. There's the serve. There's 3 coming back over. Oriana to Alara to Carly. Carly with the hard spike, and that's the game! Prolink comes all the way back. 15-10 to win set 3 and the match. Go Prolink. We'll be back later with the next game, whenever that is. They're just trying to stress us out. Woo!